Hola, bienvenidos. As you guys can see for the title, today I want to share with you guys 5 fall palettes that I feel that are newer to my collection, ones that I have been able to transition from summer to fall, and obviously I wanted to share it with you guys. Now, as the years have gone by and I've been doing this kind of video, my choices have dwindled less and less because either I've showcased them before or I'm not really buying too many eyeshadow palettes. So that's why this time around I'm not doing 10. I only have 5 and I really like the 5 that I have chosen. I can definitely see myself transitioning these from summer into fall. So if you are interested in seeing my top 5 fall palettes that I will be showing and using this fall season, stay tuned. But first, if you're new, Alejandra, I go by Alex, Eyeshadow Enthusiast with a Dash Project Pan. If that is something you want to continue to see on your feed, subscribe and join us. And now let's get on with my picks. All right, you guys, so I believe 4 out of 5 of these were purchased this year. One was purchased, I think, around the Christmas season of last year, but I held off on it to specifically use it for the fall season. I did already play around with it a few times, not a lot, but it is definitely a fall palette for me, 100%. So I'm going to start off with that palette specifically. First palette I want to share with you guys is the Equalizer 2, Volume 2 by Sample Beauty. This is such a beautiful fall palette. As you guys can see, it doesn't look like it's used that much, and that's because I purchased this later on last year that I didn't feel like it was right for me to use it at that time. This definitely screams fall for me. The oranges, the purples, the shimmery topping shades, the deeper burgundy, plummy. I cannot wait to use this. I'm so excited to use this. I have played around with it a few times, not a lot, but I have played around with it in knowing enough that I'm going to love it. And I know that much that I will enjoy this palette. It is beautiful. So excited to play around with that one. And that one is not, it's new, but not this year new. Let's move on to my next one. The Nabla Read My Mind palette. This is such a beautiful palette from summer to fall. Oh my goodness, like this quadrant right here matches my shirt. If I were to wear this today, it would have looked beautiful with it. Love the different variety of finishes in here, the depths. You could take it more of a neutral. You have more burgundies in here, peachy colors, the browns. It is a beautiful, beautiful palette to transition from summer to fall. Oh, I cannot wait to use this more. Nabla formula is really nice, and it's creeping up there as one of my top favorite formulas. And it's not that expensive, which I'm so happy for because some palettes are getting a little bit too much there. This is another palette that I purchased this year, and you guys, I love it. And I haven't showcased either one of these two in my channel recently, and it's because I've been using them behind the scenes, and I was just like, oh, too many people are talking about them. I'll eventually talk about them too. But the one that I want to share with you guys that I feel like is more fall is the Patrick Ta Major Dimension 2 palette. So it's this one. It's mirrored, so I don't want to show you that in the front. But it's the second one. I feel like the second one is definitely more fall-esque than the first one. It has those bright, deeper shades and these, oh my goodness, like these colors are just beautiful. It leans a little bit more pinky mauvey brown tone, and I feel like that's really perfect. So I feel like this one is definitely more fall-esque. These shades up here just scream more fall to me. The first one is definitely more summer for me. This one's more fall. It gives me those changing leaves kind of feel. Like all these palettes give me that changing leaves. We live in a state where we will see fall as far as the trees go, not the weather because it'll be freezing, but the trees will change to a yellow, orangey, burgundy type of shade, and these remind me of it. So I am excited to continue to play around with this one more in the fall than I did in the summer. Then we have another new palette. This is the Huda Beauty, the Nude Rich one. This one for me is definitely more fall. I've used this in the summer and it looks beautiful, but I feel like this one is definitely more fall for me. Again, you're getting those rich tones, those burgundies. If you are not into the yellow and the oranges and you're into these type of shades, this might be a palette for you. It's beautiful, beautiful. It has these deeper shades here, the reds, the browns to center it, and you will get a rich look out of this is what the actual name entails right there. Nude rich, you're gonna get a rich type of look and it'll look beautiful. And the formula is really good on that one too. And last but not least is one that I have been using a lot recently due to a project pan, but I've fallen in love with it. This may be my favorite mini. I don't know, but I think it is. It is the Natasha Mini Biba one. I love this one. And this one pulls a lot peachier than it does to your typical brown, but it is beautiful and I love it. I think this will be perfect to transition from summer to fall. You're still getting that peachy feel, but you're getting these shades that ground you to be able to bring it in for a fall look. And this shimmer shade is just perfection. I wish all of my shimmer shades were like this formula. It is perfection. You do not need a lot and it really glistens on the eyes. I really do think this might be my favorite mini palette that I have so far. It is beautiful, stunning. Love every bit of it and I cannot wait to continue to use it more coming in the fall. So there you guys have it. Quick, easy, to the point, 5 palettes that are newer to me that I have not showcased in a video of fall palettes that I'm really loving. As you guys can see, I am having color, but not a ton of color. I flip-flop. You guys know I love my color. I also like my neutrals. I like to mix neutrals with color. I am all over the place and I love it. I am not just one person or another. I really like to mix it up. And lately, a lot of my project pants have been giving me a lot of neutral type of everyday shades, so that's what I've been gravitating towards. And these 5 palettes I cannot wait to continue to play with. They're beautiful all on their own. They all give me something different. They're all different sizes, they have all different finishes, and they are all different formulas that gives me so much variety within 5 palettes. Let me know in the comment section which palettes will you be reaching for this fall in your collection, if you purchased any new palettes, if you're interested in something coming up that you would like to purchase for the fall season. Let me know. I'd like to know because I always like to see what you guys are liking too, because you guys are really into the trends more than what I am, definitely. Thank you again for all of your support. More videos on the screen for your enjoyment. Until then, adios.